Hi there, this is Carol Anderson. Here's my picture. I'm here to make Mom's famous coleslaw for my son Eric, who requested it. I've never done this before, so I'll do my best. We are gonna need cabbage, a couple of carrots that are peeled and the ends cut off. We need mayonnaise, vinegar, salt and pepper. I use sea salt. And the secret ingredient, honey. There you go, honey. Okay, we're going to use a food processor with these guys here. You can see for the size of my fingers, the kind of grate we need here. There we go. All right, so we are going to chop some cabbage. Okay, I'm going to cut my carrots about half or third, something here. Pretty big chunks. Okay, now put the lid on, get it ready. Okay, we're going to chop the cabbage and the carrots. This is going to be kind of noisy, but I'm sure you can figure it out. All right, here we go. Might want to watch to catch some of my techniques with the carrots when I go along. I'm going to leave this on until I'm done. I'm going to fill this up pretty much. You don't want to let your carrots lay down, or you'll get long slices. Okay, that's that. Now comes the messy part. I have a bowl over here. I don't know if you can see it yet, but you will in a minute. Every time I do this, never fails. It pops out and I shoot coleslaw everywhere. Ah, no mess today. Yay. All right, now we're going to dump this into the bowl, and then I'll make sure you can see the bowl. Get rid of that. Okay. This guy. Here we go. See, coleslaw all over the place. Okay, there it is. Chopped up. All right. I have no measurements. You're just going to have to get a feel for this. Now, I use a little bit of vinegar, and I do mean a little bit. If you put too much, you're not going to be able to cut it. Like, I don't know, maybe a capful. You really, maybe a little more than that. You don't want to go too crazy, just a little bit. Okay. We're going to go lots of salt. And see, we're going to taste this at some point. I like a lot of pepper. Yeah, I forgot one of the ingredients. I knew I would. Okay, bear with me 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta go over here, get something else unusual out of the refrigerator. And a small bowl and a fork. I knew I'd mess something up. Yes, believe it or not, a raw egg. Make sure it's nice and fresh. I'm going to beat this up. In it goes. Yeah, I know. Man, it just does something for the flavor. My mother-in-law, Grandma Manderson, did it this way. And trust me, that's the way to do it. Now, mayonnaise. Just dump some in there. You're going to need a good bit. But you don't want to get too carried away. Now, if you don't have enough, you just got to have that mayonnaise flavor. I don't know. And kids, the secret ingredient is the honey. That's why it tastes sweet. That's why it's so delicious. Yeah, I used a ton of it. Okay, a ton. There's a good bunch in there. Now, adjustments may be made. This works out better if you never did this before. If you spread the mayonnaise out over the top before you mix, then it won't get in a big old lump on you. Okay, we don't have enough. More mayonnaise. I'm going to save a little bit more honey just for kicks. Probably more salt and pepper. This really does take a lot of salt because, I don't know, the flavor just won't pop without it. Now, here's the thing. This will, what's that word? I don't know. The liquid comes out of the cabbage. And sometimes it gets really soupy. I have a cure for that. What we're going to do is leave this on the counter for a while. And then we'll come back later and see how it is. That also allows everything, your salt and all, like melt and mix in and all that. Now, what you need to do is taste it. Let's see how your seasonings are seeing. How they're tasting. Yeah, I know, but it's my bowl. Tasting a little weak somewhere. Okay, I need more pepper. Just adjust it to your taste. You'll know if it's right. You know how to cook. Needs a little more honey. Yeah, I know, it's a lot of sugar, but that's what makes it taste good. A tad more salt, not too much. So let's go ahead and see how this is getting real wet. The salt, as you probably know, is going to pull the water out of the cabbage. So sometimes you get real dry cabbage and it doesn't end up making it real soupy later, but other times, more commonly, it'll get real soupy as it sits here. Now, I just leave it on the counter for about an hour. Let the salt melt, let the water dry out of the cabbage, see how it is. You know, it might not do that so well if I put it in the refrigerator. So I just leave it on the counter. And I will be back in an hour so that we can finish this up. Okay, I'm back. It's an hour later. As you can see, there's kind of some liquid on the coleslaw. I did not touch this. It usually just comes to the top, but you can see it's really liquidy. So, it ain't gonna work. Don't stir it. What I generally do if it gets like that is I take a couple layers of paper towel and I just put it down on top of the coleslaw and let it set a little bit, and it will suck up the excess liquid that the cabbage has produced. And you can see already that it's turning yellow in some places. It is sucking it up. Now you may have to leave this here for a little bit. Again, I'm going to pause for a few minutes. Be right back. Okay, so here we are once again. I have removed one of these already because you can see it was really wet, had a really wet batch here. I already removed this one. I started up once and then I've put another set of towels on there. This is wet through. I'm going to go ahead and remove this. You do lose a little bit of your cabbage, but no biggie. Now we'll stir it up again. And as you can see, it's not quite so soupy now. You generally don't serve this right away. You want to make it the night before. You want to make it the day before. Okay? So stick in the container, put it in the refrigerator overnight, whatever. And you may find after stirring it that it got soupy again. So don't stir. Remember, don't stir. Just put another layer of paper towel and suck some of that liquid off. Throw it in the trash, stir it up, and you're ready to serve. I think that about covers it. Hope you enjoy your coleslaw. This is Mom signing off.